What's up guys, it's Daniel Byer. Today I want to cover some concepts on speed solving the 4x4, and this method is about block building and efficient edge pairing. So let's go and get started. And the first thing is that I want to focus on planning during inspection my first block. So I see that I can build this other half bar of yellow. I would go with a slice L and also a U wide R and then a wide U prime. I can actually do some different combos to move that around. So what I probably wind up doing is going with I'm thinking along the lines of slice L, then U, R. After that, you're going to notice that U and the R move is going to move this yellow edge here, and then a D move would move this yellow edge there. So as soon as I build my half bar of yellow here, I can easily pair the yellow orange edge pair here and then trigger that back in. More than likely this corner edge pair is going to be the next step, and then I'd want to do the green edge pair, which I can actually see is already built. So the only other thing that I would probably include in this step, so I'm going to add a B to actually preserve that, and then I also want to not mess that edge up when I do my wide U. So I'm going to preserve this edge pair, transition to building this edge pair, and I do believe that when I do my wide, so when I do my B, that'll preserve this edge pair. The wide R will then move the green pair from here to here, and then I'll be able to, my different moves will allow me to ultimately just keep this cube solved. So actually I'll probably wind up doing, because if I do a B and then a wide R, I can actually do a D2 to solve the pair. So I'll play around with that as well, and then figure out where this blue pair is. So there's some explanation of the things that are kind of coming into place, but let's go ahead and start with that. So we'll go with that B move that we had talked about, L, U, and then wide R. You see that I moved this pair here. I'm going to go with D2 and then a wide U prime. I'm going to then go with because I see that preserving this pair actually kind of disrupted the permutation of this pair. Rather than doing extra moves to try and save that, I'm going to just take the easy blue yellow edge pair. Once that's done, build the yellow edge pair, yellow orange edge pair, insert the 1x1x3, making the other 1x1x3, insert. Immediately transitioning to edge pairing. So I saw that U2 would line up this green white edge pair, wide R2 will pair it, I connect it, I see that I have a blue edge and the other blue edge, get them on opposite slices, another R2, a U, and I want to focus on edge pairing over block building and block building over centers. So you're going to notice that a slice L2 will actually build this other edge pair, also making the 1x1x3. I attach that, making the perimeter of my second block, and then I'm gonna drop down with a triple R2. And now I saw that actually doing the triple R2 actually revealed this edge, so I actually wound up doing an M2, kind of redundant, but then add that 1x1x3 into the back slot. R-U-R, building this half bar, triple U, L prime U2 L, Then I know that there's no white here, there's no white here, so I'm going to do an M, revealing the last white. I'm going to do another triple U, line it up, drop it down. So the next thing is that I want to take the easiest two centers next. I see that I've got a green here and a L shape here. So I'm going to go with a U2, L2, make the other half bar, preserving this half bar. U, R2. So I see I have a half bar of red here. So there's a possibility I could have a half bar red on the other side. I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my half bar. I know this half bar red is on the L slice. I build my half bar and insert that. So now I have a solid green and a solid red 2x2 of centers. And then I want to go straight back to edge pairing. So I prioritized edge pairing, then block building, then half bars and centers. We go right back to edge pairing because we'll prioritize this later and you'll see when and where. So the next thing is that I can take advantage of being able to solve these edge pairs. And so one thing that I can do is I'm going to actually solve, I'm going to go for solving this edge pair after I solve that edge pair. So I'm going to solve this one. At the same time, I'm going to then solve this pair and that pair at the same time. So watch how I solve this pair. I set up this yellow pair and this red blue pair to be able to solve at the same time with an RUR move. So watch as I do this. I'm going to actually break up this pair because I did a setup move, U2, M prime. Then I did a quarter turn trigger like a RUR type move to solve this pair. But then I have, so setup, trigger, solving one, but then I'm gonna do +2, -1, and then I'm gonna finish the third one. So this is gonna wind up being fairly efficient. So RUR prime, U2, L prime, U2, L, finishing that up. So those simple triggers actually allow you to solve the cube quickly and efficiently. Now here's the cool thing about this, is that I did mess around with solving this pair and also messing it up and then resolving it. But it allowed me to get these other two edge pairs. Now I still have 3 unsolved edge pairs, but I can recognize my parity state right now and tell you whether or not I have parity, because I have, including my false bar, I have 3 bad edges and a good edge, and I have a twisted pair. So right now I have parity. So what that means is that I need to actually do a parity insertion, so that way when I solve the cube, when I finish solving the cube, I won't have a parity flip algorithm. So instead, I'm going to finish up these last 3 edge pairs with, and I notice that I have this pair in the back on the R slice and this pair offset by a U2 on the UB, or UB and the UF. So notice that they're interchangeable by U2. So I'm going to go with R prime U2, R prime U2, R prime U2, R2. Edge pairing is complete. Notice that those 3 pairs were cycled about. The cube's now solved. I see my CMLL. So then we've completed edge pairing. So then the next thing is that I notice that I have a straggling center, and I ultimately was able to do those really easy edge pairing tricks because I left these last 2 centers free. So I'm going to do a Nicholas, solving them, and I look and I've got 3 good edges, 2 bad edges, and another good edge. So I have an even distribution, so I don't have odd parity, because I saw it early and implemented an execution while solving that. So now I've done my last two centers and blended that with my 4A, and I do my 4B. Now you're also going to notice that this center these centers are oppositely swapped. The green really should be back there and the blue should really be up here. You're going to notice that with the patterns that we're going to see. So the next thing that I need to do is I'm at my 4C step. I need to get my M-slice solved. So when I solve the M-slice, you're going to notice that first off I had also non-matching blocks, which I didn't really highlight. You just saw the yellow and the white coming together, but I have non-matching blocks, and you notice this weird type pattern. This is easy enough to solve with U2, wide U2 that is, M2, wide U2, triple R2, and the cube is solved. So I use non-matching blocks, I used obviously swap centers, and also I recognized parity, and was able to solve it with just 7 moves. So that was some cool stuff, and hopefully that made sense. And I actually implemented 3 of the most valuable techniques that are offered by this type of block building method. Cool, guys.